Well, just firstly, a quick look back, final reflections on Saturday against Blyth. I know you were pleased mostly with how creative the lads were and how they saw the game out.
Yeah, it's something that we've carried in a number of games this season, you know, that creativity, and we're certainly making chances, and it was a really pleasing performance all round.
And in terms of the stage of the season we are now, I know we've got the Chester game in a week's time, but you have a couple more days a week to work with the lads on the training ground now. What does that give you? Just a bit of extra time to bed things in that otherwise you might have to forsake if you've only got 24 hours, I guess?
Yeah, it's loads of things to work on throughout the course of the week, and as you said, it's been Saturday to Saturday, which has allowed us to implement a game plan that we obviously carry forward onto the pitch on a Saturday, and it's been working really well. We have a situation this week where we have Saturday, Tuesday, followed by the FA Cup, so we'll get back to that midweek games, but the boys are in a good place right now and really confident.
And it's the challenge you've set them, and indeed they're setting themselves really, in that as well as we may be playing and as good as the results might be, the challenge being to improve on that and keep going forward. Yeah,
listen, there's going to be no let up from myself, the staff, and the pleasing side of that as well as it from the players as well. In the last fortnight I've seen a lot of policing within the training ground and on the pitch, and they're really starting to push each other, and it can't always come from ourselves, so that's another really positive aspect.
I guess from your point of view, really, in that regard, the less you have to do in terms of stepping in and that policing, as you say, the better, really.
Yeah, as I said, we're implementing the way we want to perform come a Saturday, but once they're out there, it's imperative that they push each other and manoeuvre each other into positions both in and out of possession that help us obviously get a positive performance.
You've seen us come up against some good footballing teams, some teams that have come and really battle coming into the job, but was the division every bit as competitive as you expected it to be?
I said from day one that in England all the divisions are competitive, all levels that you have to respect. In our particular level, every single game that we've encountered so far has been tough, and it will be the same way all through the 42 games, and it's our job to make sure that we're prepared properly come Saturday, Tuesday, that we're ready to win the game.
Kennedy Digger came into the team on Saturday, obviously with Ryan Johnson on international duty. I guess a good performance from Ken gives you the headache you wanted now, I guess, in terms of Ryan being back available to you this weekend, but it's a tough challenge, isn't it? Yeah,
it's a good headache. It's a headache that you get when they're playing well, and Kennedy came in and did fantastic. And I think that he mentioned that in his post-match interview, that the way he trains and the way the group trains, they're a real credit to themselves that way, and every single time we've made a substitution this season, there's been a positive to the team, and that's what we want from here on in.
And I always think of Kane, I know obviously he didn't sign here to be a substitute, but he's been an absolute weapon for you coming off the bench, in that he approaches, whether it's 20 minutes or 5 minutes, he really goes out there and gives it some, which sums up what you want, really.
Yeah, Kane, like the group, has been brilliant for me, and I think he understands that we're on an 8-match unbeaten run, where Joe and Jambo have done really, really well, as has the rest of the group, and we're also won 4 out of the last 5, so he'll get his chance through the course of the season, as the way the others will, because we're a really small group that way, a really tight group, but like when everybody's called upon, they're ready, and that's the pleasing thing from my perspective.
FA Cup draw's been made now. Obviously it's a massive part of football in this country. I guess looking at it, some on the outside may say we're favourites to win this one, but it's got the makings of a really tough afternoon, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's a good draw, and it's only a good draw if you win it. And like every single match, I've said that from day one, we're going to set out with the mindset to win. We're on a good run at the moment. Hopefully that can continue through Saturday and Tuesday and lead us into that match. And when that match comes around, the same way as we have been, we'll be ready for it, and hopefully continue a good form at home, which is pleasing as well.
And with regards to Atherstone, they've said obviously it's a big day for them as a club, but in fairness, you always talk about momentum. They've already come through a number of rounds in the FA Cup to get to this stage, so they'll come here with plenty of that.
Yeah, they'll come with that, and it'll be a tough match. We'll respect them, but we must make sure that we progress and keep the momentum that we've got at the moment. And I've mentioned that over the weekend, that we're in a really good place, and long may that continue.
Just a quick thought on York ahead of that, obviously coming up this weekend. Long track for the lads. You've obviously seen them play a few times. What sort of challenge are we looking for?
It'll be a tough challenge. I'm really looking forward to the game, as the players are. It's one where obviously York are a really big club in this league, and as I said before, so are we. So it'll be a brilliant football match, and hopefully we can carry on the good form that we're in at the moment and go there and get a really positive result. It'll be a tough game, you know, obviously the manager has left and Sam has come in and he's done well to steady the ship. But we're under no illusions how tough it's going to be, and I think that if we can carry out what we're doing, then it'll be a tough game for them as well.